Hello Aries, welcome back to Three Trails Tarot. I'm very excited to have you here today. Thank you for joining me for this reading, for your general reading for July 2021. And as it is a general reading, please keep in mind that it may or may not resonate with you because it is a general reading. However, if you would like to continue listening, that would be great, because you never know if the things that we bring up or some parts of the reading you might actually find useful or applicable to your current situation. So it's up to you, but I would love for you to stay throughout this reading. Also, at the end of the reading, you can ask a personal question, and I'm going to pull a card from the Divine Goddess Oracle deck to answer that question for you. One more thing I'd like to say, and that is there are people that are trying to pretend to be tarot readers, and they're going around asking people, they're soliciting personal information and cash or payment of some sort for whatever reason they're making up. I just want you to know that I do not do personal readings, and therefore have no need to know your personal information, not even your name, and or money from you. So I will never ask you for money, okay? Just so you know. So don't be fooled by these characters that are trying to fraud people and steal from them, basically. And be very careful and be aware of that, please, because I don't want anyone to be taken advantage of. All right, so let's go ahead and start your reading, Aries. Just do a couple more shuffles here. Whoops. All right, let's see what we have for you for July. So, Four of Swords, the Fool, the King of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and Three of Swords. What's going on, Aries? Okay, we've got Strength, Four of Wands, Six of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Ten of Swords, Knight of Swords, Eight of Wands, the Devil, and the Empress. It looks like you're going through some stuff, Aries. Dear Aries. Let's see what we can do for you. Okay, so we have Four of Swords. This basically means resting, taking time to recuperate, taking time alone from everyone else to rejuvenate, to gain energy, to regain energy. So Aries, it looks like toward the end of June, or maybe even a few, this feels like this has been going on for a while. You've been feeling like you need me time, not knee time. I'm just looking at her knees where the heart is, and that's why I said that. But it looks like you needed some me time for quite some time already, Aries. And I really hope that you were able to get that me time for yourself, okay? We all need a little time alone, and we all need rest. The human needs at least 8 hours of rest to totally physically recuperate. But we don't always get 8 hours of sleep. So I hope you were able to get some time for yourself. This card, the Strength, refers to having to pull inner strength in order to deal with a lot of stuff. I see that you maybe have been working very hard, Aries. Okay, I'm going to go back to this card for just a minute. So it looks like for some of you, this is related to work. The work was very challenging. Maybe you had to make a lot of changes because they changed their processes, changed their methodology, changed structure of the company, which affected you as an employee. And I'm sure a lot of it had to do with COVID. Competition scheme changed for a lot of industries, and perhaps, that I think that's been affecting a lot of people. But in your case, it has really drained you. For others, for the other Aries, you are experiencing some sort of emotional drain, not from work, or a mental drain, not from work, but because of relationships. This could be a relationship with someone that you care about, your partner, or this could be a relationship with family members that's draining you, is straining you. It's taking all your fire from you, Aries. And so because of this, because of whatever it was that caused you to feel drained and exhausted and needing that me time to relax and recuperate, you have been utilizing, pulling from yourself some strength, reviving the beast within to give you that power, that inner power. And for some of you, you've just had to forgive yourself on things that you thought you failed at, and say, you know what? I was tired, I was drained, I've already given it my all, and this is all I've got left, and it's just going to have to do. So some of you went through that with this. That's indicated by this strength card. And yet some of you completely were at the end of your rope with the 10 of Swords, Aries. What happened in June? What happened in June? I'm going to have to go back and see what I had for you for June. But the tail end of June must have drained you. For some of you, this is a sideline issue that has been going on for some time, that is now culminated into this feeling of complete, I am done feeling, and the good news about this is that it's over. This is the 10 of Swords. That means you can't go any lower than down. And so now it's time for up. You're going up now. See, this person is walking into the light. They're walking into the light. So that means whatever it was that put you in this situation, that made you feel this way, that just took whatever energy you had, that phase is ending in your life, and you are moving forward into the light, gaining new strength. And here we see you continuing to move on to a new life journey, saying enough is enough. A change had to happen, and you're now excited and ready and eager to start your new life journey with this Fool card. Okay, so this is a good sign. This means that you were able to use your inner power. You were able to empower yourself. You were able to forgive yourself. You were able to bring out that last ounce of energy and strength that you had to get to this point. And that is just really good news for you, Aries. It also leads to celebration with family and friends, and celebrating recognition. Maybe you're celebrating yourself that I'm finally on this new journey. This is now all over, and let's have fun. Let's have some wine. Let's have some dancing. Let's, have some music. So now you will be celebrating in July. There's also some actions that you're trying to take. You're ready to take action. Before you didn't have the energy for it, but now you feel revived. You have a fresh new hope, fresh new motivation, and you're ready to take action. You're just moving forward with the Knight of Swords. You're also moving forward with a sense of calm. You're emotionally stronger now. You feel sure of yourself. You're feeling more confident, like a king would feel. You're feeling the love and support of those that make you feel strong. So this King of Cups is very good as you continue to move forward. In fact, you do so well that you actually receive some form of recognition. This could be in the form of an award. This could be in the form of a reward. This could be in the form of just people coming around and saying, my gosh, you look at you, you look amazing. Or, hey, how did you do that at work? You know, that's so cool. Everybody was really impressed with that new thing that you did. So you're going to get some kind of recognition, Aries, and you're going to feel very good. And I would say that if you're, because Aries, you just got so much drive, right? And sometimes you may not take the time to celebrate, but this card is saying take that time to celebrate. If you didn't celebrate, celebrate it. Celebrate yourself, celebrate your achievement, because part of what makes us feel more empowered is also recognizing our achievements and taking the time to celebrate those achievements, especially with people that we enjoy celebrating with. Okay, so be sure to do that. You've got a lot of new news coming in July too. 8 of Wands, fast and furious news coming your way. Also, some changes are involved in here. So there's a lot of things that are going on here with this news. News about work, news about your finances, news about family, and some news about some projects that you were planning or hoping to work on. But this is really good. Some of this, it might be good. I'm not sure if all of it is good. I just know that you're going to get a lot of news, Aries. Okay, so just be aware there's going to be a lot of information flowing your way, and there could be some changes as a result of that information that happens for you. Okay, now this looks like as you continue on this path with 5 of Pentacles, you're going to feel a little isolated. And that might be perhaps because you're putting so much energy and effort in following a new path and taking some new action. So following this new path and taking some actions is a lot of work. So there you go again with your goals and your ambitions, Aries. That is going to have your focus, which is wonderful that you've got so much focus and a lot of great motivation. But there's going to be times where you're going to feel isolated, and that isolation could again lead to this. So just be aware of that, okay? The last thing you want is to feel isolated and exhausted. Just keep in mind that you're not alone, Aries. There are always others that are there that you can turn to. For some of you, this could possibly also mean that you put in so much work that you're also not feeling very good. You kind of physically are going to get affected by all of that efforts that you're making, because you're trying to do a lot of things really fast here, and that's going to wear you out again. So for some of you, it's a feeling of being alone because you're just so stressed and you feel that you can't share that stress with others. I say if this is stress caused at work, delegate, delegate, delegate. If you can. There's always someone above us, and there's also someone that is on a lower level. So delegate. Give people an opportunity to excel by giving them experience in something that they normally wouldn't have a chance to work on. So that's how I see delegation. I don't see it as being abusive or using somebody. Well, it depends how you do it too. But do it with the mindfulness that you are giving someone an opportunity to try to work on something that they never would have had a chance to work on, and discover their potential, and also be able to talk about it and say, hey, I got to do this, and that helps them move up too. So you can delegate if you feel overwhelmed, but all of that extra work and frustration and exhaustion could lead to physical illness. So just keep that in mind, okay? I think that's the last thing you want, because you've already been there, and you've been there, you've done that, and you finished it. You don't want to repeat that cycle. At least I would think that you wouldn't want to repeat that cycle. Although some people thrive on stuff like that. So I guess it just depends on how you feel about that. But if it doesn't make you feel good, I say, then maybe you don't want to do it, right? Or go through that again. But if it makes you feel good, well then, hey, go for it. To each their own. So here we have, also if you continue, you're going to find yourself multitasking. Again, that leads to this, multitasking, doing a lot at the same time. So these are your outcome cards. And you could feel like a puppet. You could feel like, oh, you've lost control of where you want to be, what you want to do, how you want to live your life. Now you feel like it's being dictated by the goals that you have, dictated by the ambitions that you have, dictated by, other things, outside forces, or maybe even your mind is making you feel so attached to whatever it is that you're trying to do that you forget other aspects of your life, like love and passion or fun, So just be aware that these are your outcome cards. If you continue to be so focused on all these changes all at once. Let's remember, changes take time to take seed and grow. So just prioritize. What requires your time? Prioritize it. I think that would be the best way to handle a lot of these tasks that I see coming up your way. But don't allow it to be a devil energy. Don't allow it to be that kind of energy that prevents you from feeling like yourself, or prevents you from enjoying whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay? So here's guidance. This is your guidance column here. And the guidance here says, look, if you keep on this path, you are going to feel anguish. You're going to feel the pain of it all. You're going to feel the pain of it all. You're going to find yourself right back here with 10 of Swords, completely and utterly done. So I say make sure you take breaks. The cards are saying make sure you take some break. Take time for yourself. Give yourself a chance to recuperate before you get to the total exhaustion point. Reach out to others. Don't be isolated. Reach out to others. Delegate if there's too much task. Don't allow the situation to puppet you. Or this could be, this will be your result, is that you will lose control. So avoid the anguish by taking care of yourself and prioritizing. That's what this card is telling us. And this card is saying, if it's not good for you, walk away. Basically, right? Go into the light. Leave the darkness. Go into the light. If it's not good for you, why stay in it? Why keep it? Move away from it. Get away from it. If it's not working for you, it's kind of like, you get on one of those network channels, and you're just trying to pick a movie, and you just want to relax and pick a movie, and then you pick a movie and it's like, it sucks, and you're thinking, this movie really sucks, but you don't turn it off. You keep watching it, and you just wasted an hour and a half or 2 hours of your time watching a sucky movie. So if it sucks, walk away from it. Just turn it off and pick another movie, okay? Just turn it off and pick another path, pick another situation. I want to say something else about this. So I have a friend who told me that where they were living was miserable, that they didn't like their state and they didn't like their town, and they were just feeling like, you know, it was boring because they were too afraid to go out. In fact, they said they heard gunshots most of the time. I'm like, that sounds scary. And then I said, you do know that there are 49 other states, right? You don't have to live there. You can just move. And so that's what this card is about. You don't have to keep dealing with something that doesn't serve you. Leave it. Walk away from it. Get rid of it. No need. That's what this is advising. And this card is saying, Aries, you have so many talents. And you have already a lot. You have abundance. You have things that you probably don't realize you have. Look at all the good things that are in your life and ask yourself, is this enough? Does this make me happy? What more do I need? And if you say to yourself, wow, I really do have a lot and I don't need a lot more, then you're good. You can calm down on some of these extra things that you're doing. But if you feel, okay, this is not enough, I still need more, then ask yourself, how much more do you need? And how much of your life and your time and your lifestyle or preferred lifestyle are you willing to sacrifice for that more that you need? So that's what this card is saying. You already have a lot. And also this card is saying nurture yourself, care for yourself, mother yourself. And it's also saying things take time to grow. Like a baby takes 9 months usually. Some babies are born sooner, but typically it takes about 9 months. So just remind yourself that some of these projects that you're trying to make happen really fast they have a certain amount of time that they need to grow, and they need to before they can come about and come to fruition. So that's another thing that this card reminds you to think about. Okay, so the 3 things is nurture yourself, care for yourself. Don't forget that some things just take time before you can enjoy them, so be patient. And you may already have a lot in your life to appreciate and enjoy. And is it really worth trying to get the more if you're going to be like this, or like this, or like this, or like this? You know? Just something to think about, Aries. So let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards for you and see if we can get more clarification or some additional, one of these cards is facing the wrong way. Clarification or some additional guidance for you, Aries, okay? Let's see what we've got for you. All right. Fertility. Oh, look at that. Pregnant lady of pregnant. Once again, this thing is saying things take time to grow. So be patient. Don't become a slave to your need to see results right away. That's what that's there. And then, that's what that's saying. And responsibility. Okay, so responsibility has to do with who is accountable. Are you accountable for some of this stuff that you're making yourself accountable for? Or is someone else actually responsible for that? Hey, we all have one of these kind of people that we work with, right? The person who gets very frustrated and upset because they have to do this and they have to do that and they have to do this and they have to do that before they can go home. And then you go, hey, why are you working on this? Isn't that so-and-so's job? Yeah, but they don't do it right, so I have to do it. I'm like, did they tell you had to do it? Did management say you had to do it? Or are you just kind of taking it on yourself to do it? oh, I have to do it because they don't do it right. I'm like, okay. So here's the thing. If it's not your responsibility and it's assigned to someone else, if you want to do it, I guess, go ahead and do it. I mean, if you want to do it out of the goodness of your heart, but don't complain about it. You know, don't stress yourself over it. Don't put yourself in a position where you're completely exhausted and then wondering why no one's showing you appreciation for doing all that work, which wasn't even your work to do to begin with. And no one told you to do it. So if you're one of those kind of people that likes to take on other people's work because you think they're not doing a good job, even though the boss doesn't seem as concerned, then maybe you're taking responsibility for something for more than what you need to take responsibility for. And the opposite of that is, if you are responsible for something, then hold yourself accountable to those responsibilities and get them done. That's what this card is saying. Okay, let's see what else we have for you, Aries. Earth. Okay, so this is part of the healing piece. So when this card comes out, it's just a reminder that, hey, when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling exhausted, when you feel that you're running down on energy, surround yourself in a place full of beautiful life. Flowers, trees, grass. Go to a garden, stroll through a garden, stroll through a park, sit in a park. Have some plants in your home that you can look at. Just be around some greenery because it's very, very healing. Okay, Aries, that's what that card's saying. Now I'm also going to pull an angel oracle card for you. So let's see what they have to say. And also with these cards, we have an associative gemstone energy. And I need to really make a list of the energy that's coincides with all of these, or what do you call it, gemstones, because I don't have a list of that, and I'm not really versed in all of the gemstone energies. So next time I'll do that for you, but you could always look it up on Google, whatever I pull for now, okay, just for now. Next time I'll be better at this. I'll have a list for you. So let's see what we've got. For Angel Oracle, what kind of message can we give Aries? Let's give Aries some more messages that they can use. And we have Archangel Gabriel, the scolecite. It's either scolecite or scolecite. And it says, are you trying to process a lot of information? News, all that news that's coming your way. Take the time to sort out all that is happening. Write in your journal. Make it your intention to remember your dreams. Record your thoughts and memories upon waking. Find peace as you process each nugget of information, awareness, and spiritual growth. Okay, so if you do feel like it's all hitting you at once, try to sort it out, write it down, and put it in different categories so you can then prioritize and see, hey, what needs to be addressed first? What should be addressed next? And that kind of stuff. So you don't overwhelm yourself with trying to do it all at the same time. Okay, I also have these little messages pocket oracle. And they really are quite cute. I'm going to pull one of these cards also to see what additional messages we can get for you, Aries, for July. So what else do we need to tell Aries? Oh, that looks pretty. Holding space. Just be, with no judgment and heaps of compassion. So that goes with the strength card. So that must be in the now, right? Hold your space. Don't judge yourself too harshly, and forgive yourself and love yourself. All right, so that concludes the reading portion of this session. Now I'm also going to pull a card to answer your personal question, okay? Now, I think asking a personal question works best if you first clear your mind and your heart by taking some deep breaths and very slowly letting the air out. So deep inhale and slow exhale. While I shuffle these, if you're thinking of a specific person, say their name in your question. Okay, are you ready? Ask your question, because, oops, after I'm done shuffling this, I'm going to pull a card. Okay, here we go. Here is your answer. Manifestation, law of attraction, thoughts become things. So, you think positive thoughts, positive things happen. You think negative thoughts, negative things happen. Manifest what you want for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to put that card there. That is the answer to your personal question. So I guess the answer really is you can make whatever it is happen that you want to happen by believing it. I hope that answered your question. Okay, Aries, that's all I have for you today. Thank you again so much for being here and for listening and for staying with me all the way to the end. If you enjoyed this reading, please be sure to like and subscribe before you leave. And remember, you can make things happen for yourself, okay? So until next time, take good care and best wishes to you always. Bye, Aries.